Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl Becky D, live in the morning, 7 days a week, 7 a.m. You guys, it is a different morning for me. I am actually getting ready to head back into the office for the first time in a long time, but ain't no guarantee how long this time will be. Um, it's state mandated that they don't want people going back into the workplace that hasn't been in there right now for another 3 weeks, and yet here I am. But on yesterday, while I was enjoying my last day working from home, I had some time to think, and some awesome quotes were thrown my way, and I just felt like I should really share them to get you thinking. One of them I actually heard from my mom, who heard from somebody else. Kind of one of those things that's just told by mouth, not really credited to one person. But as kids, we get bored very easily because we're not playing a game, or there's nobody to play with and nobody to talk to. So somebody said, my dad told me when I used to tell him that I was bored, that I'm boring. And at first, when you hear that, you're like, okay, dad tripping. But when you really think about it, he gave the explanation. He says, well, if you're bored, you're boring because you don't have the imagination to come up with creative ways to keep yourself entertained. Now, I'm a good old country girl. There was plenty for me to do out there and plenty for me to stay on board. But sometimes I did get a little boring. Okay. That was just because I ran out of creative things to do. You can only make so many pies before it gets old. But that really resonated with me because then, in the context of which she was using it, she was trying to give an example that if you can't trust anybody, you're not a trusting person, maybe you're not trustworthy. And that made me think, wow. But I really want to focus on the boring part. A lot of times we'll sit around the house and be like, man, I'm bored. There's so much you're leaving on the table. Okay, so much you can do. Take time, use it. You can meditate. You can, just whatever you need to do. I suggest doing it. Okay, I really do. Then on top of that, what was the other one that I heard? Oh, I can't remember right now. But hopefully it comes back to me. And if it does, I will definitely share it. But it's just little quick little things like that that really gets you going. Okay. Also, I want you to make sure that you take the time and super, super carefully watch what you're listening to. All right. That was something else that I heard. It was actually three things. The third thing I will not remember right now. But this ties into what you hear. So it was a part of a sermon that somebody did. Don't know the person, don't know who did it. If you do, whoop-de-doo. I'm not taking credit for any of it because I just said it was part of a sermon someone did. But what they said was, if, when you go to plug in an unfamiliar cord to certain smartphones and stuff nowadays, it comes up unrecognized, device. And it's asking you if you want to accept it. Okay. Think of that with people in your life. You're coming up to a whole lot of unknown people, and some people you do know, but sometimes you better be careful, okay, who you know, because sometimes they can get a little bit under your skin and start to manipulate you and start to have power and dominion and control over you. So be careful who you're listening to, who you're plugging into, okay? That's all I wanted to say about that. Again, I don't know who said it. I don't know the person who was giving a lesson, but I really like that analogy that they use. It gives me another tool in my belt so that I can give an example for those out there who just needs a little bit of encouragement during this very difficult time. But as always, you guys, I'm not before you long. I love my micro podcast. That's something that I love, okay? Quick little tidbits to keep you going and keep you motivated through your day and as well as your week sometimes, all right? As always, my name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning. Don't forget to check out my Facebook. Got a lot of great merch as well as one book. The other books are coming soon. But a lot of great stuff out there. Please be the first to get this, okay? Be the first, be the first, be the first. hard copies of my personal books will be coming out hopefully by May. And I'm only giving out signed copies. Okay. The first 20 copies is 100% signed. And then after that, everybody gets plain Jane, regular old schmegler books. All right. But remember, vibing with that tribe all 2021, you guys. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow morning.